Welcome to Rugby AM here on Made Television. Back with my PIC Keith Senior, and we're back upstairs in the old TV studio, mate.
We are. We can't make his mind up where we want to be. We've been in the garage, we've been in the shed, we've been down in the studios. Now we're back in behind the desk. Jonesy won't be happy though.
Right, we've listened to the fans. We've got two fantastic guests in the studio right now, and Kev Brown is
He's gone.
Right, Kev, the Widnes captain. It's been a long, funny day today.
It's been a long day.
How are you,
getting there now. Good.
Fantastic win for Leeds Rhinos this week. Clarky, Chris Clarkson is here as well. Clarky, how are you doing?
Good, thanks.
You did tip the team off, we heard, before the game. You said, if you get stuck into them, they'll fall to bits. Is that true, Kev?
Yeah, he said about JP being soft as well.
He said about JP, he's a brave man.
Would I? Would.
I think he would.
I think he
It
would
looks
as well.
as though he's gone for a brave new hairstyle. I think he's suddenly got an attitude. He thinks he's a big time Charlie now, doesn't he?
He does. Next season, Clarky, you're on loan this year at Widnes. Are you staying at the Vikings, or do you fancy going back to the Rhinos?
I'm not sure yet. It's all a bit. The plan is to go back to Leeds, but it's only halfway through the season, and obviously I came to Widnes to play some minutes, and that's what I'm getting. So I'm just at the minute enjoying my rugby.
Are you
really
enjoying it down there? You're learning much off Dennis Betts?
Yeah, I'm learning quite a bit. Obviously, when you're playing rugby each week, you learn every game, so it's good.
How does that make you feel, Kev? Clarky says that he wants to go back to the Rhinos. Says that you're not good enough.
No, I don't think he'd say that. He's probably just saying that to keep people happy. It's no, but he's been great for us. In all seriousness, you know, people you get on loan aren't normally Chris's quality, and he's come in and he's been one of our better players. So it's been great for us.
Some of your other signings have done really well. Menezi Manakafo, I know him from Bradford days last year. Big unit. He played really well this weekend.
He's been getting better and better every week. He's been one of our best forwards, and you know, for such a big bloke, he gets a lot of minutes and gets a lot of metres after contact as well. He's great for us.
Have you had a look on the website?
No.
Manafakawa's on there looking nice and evil. Kev Brown on the other side trying to look evil with a baby-faced assassin. It just doesn't work, does it?
Kev, I've got to admit, mate, you had a fantastic game this weekend, and you're looking for the top 8 because obviously Widnes are in and around that bunch. Hull, Catalan, there's a few teams vying for that 6th, 7th position at the moment.
Yeah, I think there's probably only Wakefield who of themselves have said that they're out the race, and you know, once you're in that 8, it's you know, you can win a couple of games on the bounce, and you can be looking at 4 really, the top 4. It's so close, and I think it showed how competitive we've been when we've lost. That if we do get in the 8, that we can really mix it up as well this year.
Right, it's been a really sad week for Rugby League, Keith. Last week, tragically, Danny Jones passed away after getting some difficulties at the start of the Keighley game. They've rallied. The Rugby League has come together, raised over £100,000 this week, and at your game alone, there was a bucket collection, and there is £5,421. Fantastic effort, and great testament to Lizzie Jones and the two kids who were on the field after what must have been a horrendous week for the family.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a tough week for them. And as you can imagine, though, they went to the game, the Keighley game, and over 4,000 fans went to the Keighley game, which is great. And as I said, the Rugby League family, they've come together and showed the support to the family and friends of Danny Jones, because it's tough times. Now,
for anybody out there wanting to contribute to the fund, all the money is going to Danny's kids from the RL Benevolent Fund. It's justgiving.com/Danny Jones 29. Our very own JJB was at the Widnes game collecting yesterday. Check out this. It's Jonesy, Ryan Hall and a few of the boys in with the fans collecting before the game. Check this out.
Smile for me, Ollie. That's it, bro. Get this way. Yeah! Whoa! Yeah! All right. Good, all right. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm good. Bob on. Nice. Hey, mate. Thank you. Yay! Brilliant. Top man. Thank you very much. Well done. I say, all right. Nice to see you. All right. Good.
You got some conflict.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Go, Jamie.
Cheers. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hi, mate. You all right? Yeah. 5 minutes. Yeah, it is.
Maybe the other one.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Come on, pal.
Birthday soon.
Is it? Did you enjoy it today?
Did.
Good stuff.
Been on there.
Right, Jonesy there, Keith in the stand with the fans, getting booed by his own fans for not having a song. He's got his own song. His name's too long. He's got no song. Jamie Jones. And when they asked him to sing a song for him, he couldn't think of a song. Pretty poor form.
I think he's a Leeds lad. He lives and breathes the Rhinos. So you'd expect him to know quite a few songs to get out there and chanting. So very disappointing from Brother Jones.
I thought he'd give it a bit of Keith Senior there.
He could have sang my song.
Exactly. How did yours go?
Something to do with being bald, which
He's
I
got
don't
no
understand.
airs everywhere. Yeah. What's your song, Clarky?
I don't have one. All we need is Christopher Clarkson.
Fantastic effort by all the fans there. £5,421. Fantastic to be raised in one day. Over £100,000. But please, obviously, the family, his kids need some more. So please put your hands deep and get justgiving.com/JohnnyJones29. Right, 2 top stories this weekend, Keith. We've gone for Sunday shockers. Widnes beating Leeds. Were you surprised by the result?
I was. Chris already said that it shouldn't be in there as a shocker, but you know, Widnes, they've not been in form of late, and Leeds obviously top of the table, hoping to cement that top spot, but they've slipped up a little bit, and Widnes put in a good performance.
Kev Sinfield not picked again. I know it's been a big talking point with the fans. What do you make of it?
It's just one of them things when some of the players have been playing so well. You know, we talk about Stevie Ward, he's taking Chris Clarkson's spot. We're going to keep on rubbing it into the big guy, but he's gone to pastures new and performed, and that's the thing. The youth have started coming through the systems, and we've got some young kids here today, and it shows that the old guys have sometimes got to step over and let them take over.
And, are you surprised not to see Kev's name on the team sheet? Kev, obviously playing against him for so many years.
Yeah, probably pleasantly surprised. You know, when you look at the team and you look at the the JPs and the Simfields and your Ryan Halls, and when he weren't in there, you'd think they'd be a lot stronger with him in. But like Keith said, the young kids coming through, Sutcliffe and Maguire, have been phenomenal in the previous weeks, and I think probably where they missed him a little bit is their experience in getting around the field, but 2 really good halfbacks in their own right played anyway.
And second Sunday shocker, Hull defeating Warrington at the wire by 1 point.
Yeah.
Snee. Love a bit of Sneedy on here.
What's going on?
It's a long-running joke on rugby, the old Sneedy.
It is, yeah.
It's a drop goal attempt. He's been in and out of the side. He proved his worth at Castleshire. Starting to find his feet at Hull, and they're picking up some results for Radders. I can imagine Radders been pretty scary after a defeat, as you found out yourself, Keith.
Yeah, Sheffield played them in the cup. We played Hull FC, and it was quite a close game up until the last 10 minutes. So, very surprising that Warrington have slipped up against them. Tony Smith, he won't be happy about that. But Hull, very indifferent side. Gaz Ellis back this week. Could that have been the big factor?
Big Gaz, you played with him. How big a difference is he in the changing room?
He's a big game player, international. We love the fact that he went to Australia and won Player of the Year 3 years on the bounce, and that is great for an English player to do that on Australian soil. So I'm proud of him for that fact just alone.
Talking about Australia later on, Kev, you've been heavily linked with a move down under. Is it something you fancy doing at some point in your career? Getting towards the end of your career now, mate.
Am I?
He looks 20.
He does look 20, doesn't he? But he's going bald, so...
What's wrong with that?
I'm not put anywhere, Tom.
Love you, Kev.
No, it's not really something that I'm looking to do in the future. You know, I have had the opportunity before, and you know, I moved from Huddersfield to be close to my family, and I think that'd have been, you know, a bit hypocritical if I left and gone to the other side of the world. You know, so you know, I'm really happy where I am. I love England. I love playing in the Super League, and that's where I want to stay.
Right, the mental side of the game has been under a lot of scrutiny recently, and Mark Adamoulis and the RFL have been putting a lot of effort into looking at the under-19s coaches, and the game in general can progress by looking at some of the mental sides to improve junior coaching. We went along to the UCLan, University of Central Lancashire, to the first of many courses that Mark is running to help mental preparation and toughness within the game rugby league. This is what we found out.
Mark, it's great to be here today. The boys seem to be really enjoying themselves, learning a lot about youth development. If there's 2 or 3 key points that these boys are going to take home that's important for developing our game in terms of the youth, what do you think they're going to be?
I think probably fostering the importance of coping with setbacks, learning to cope with setbacks, and you're going to get setbacks in academy and senior play, international play, so being able to take a hit and essentially get back up again and work forwards and kind of go forwards. I think one of the other ones is being able to be quite regimented in how you train, how you practice, make sure the long hours that you're putting in are worthwhile, you're doing the right stuff, you're really kind of pushing the right things in training, and I think it's an opportunity. We know that the coaches are doing a good job already. Maybe take the 1%ers that they can take, so how can you guys improve as coaches, how can you maybe support the kids that a little bit better and foster their development in a way.
It's great to see so many ex-players here, lads that I've played against. It worries me a little bit because some of these are younger than me, they've retired in the coaching. I'm still trying to knock out a game, but it's good in it to get that experience back in the game. That must be a big factor, having ex-players giving back to the young kids.
And I think it's huge because, you know, they'll have young Leeds lads growing up seeing you play. Lads at Wigan can relate to Jordan James. Lads, you know, look at Lee Crooks over there. He's GB international, etc. They're going to be, at the end of the day, you guys have got credibility, and it's, look, this is what worked for me. You can really push it. You can really develop. They'll think about when they saw him, seeing people scoring a try or making a solid tackle or whatever, and seeing them perform at the elite level. I think that it just makes it that little bit more credible that we've got the right people pushing these things.
And the game is a structure as well. I was learning upstairs that it's important for kids to mentally be able to focus and affirm. Imagine, if you like, going out and playing first grade to go and get that mental imagery. And one of the things that I noticed was that when I was a kid, I used to play at Headingley before the first team matches. They were even on Sky, and by the time we finished the game, there'd be 3,000 or 4,000 people there. So for me, making that transition between academy and first team wasn't all that different. But unfortunately now, Super League clubs are taking academies to different grounds. They're scared of getting the ground dug up. But actually, if we want to grow our game from the youth, it's important to maintain those standards and those routines, isn't it?
Yeah, I think undeniably, and that's one of the things. It's that's almost like a mental block in the game. It's getting to play on the big boys pitch, if you like. You know, if you've done it 10, 15 times as an under 18-year-old, under 19 level, making your first team debut on home soil isn't actually that big a deal because you're used to the surroundings and you're used to everything. But I mean, I'd highly recommend the clubs are able to do that, obviously within their scope of functioning and logistically. If they can make it work, I think it's a great learning experience for the young players coming through the academy to actually play on that pitch on a Thursday night when all the cameras are getting ready or whatever. I think it's absolutely, you know, priceless.
Right, stay with us after the break because joining us is Alex Gerrard, your teammate. Anything we need to know about Alex? Is he a good bloke?
Yeah, he's he fancies himself as a bit of a ladies guy. And
I've heard he's a bit of a ladies man.
Yeah.
He's got a few scalps, a few top sorts. So we'll find out all about that, and also be talking about the Magic Weekend shirt that you guys have put together to be closer to the Geordies, closer to Newcastle. It's been a fantastic commercial success. Stay with us right here, Made Television, for more Rugby after the break.